See the money almost died for you and you. Getting all the piece of pie for your wife. Everybody wanna know how it feels. Everybody wanna see what it's like. My baby wanna be a queen. Well, alright, we all deserve to find the things in this life.
Yeah, with that said, with the rules said, I think you both understand the rules, and simple as that. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright. With that said, let's
Yes,
get
Honor.
this started by first introducing, and the first statement will go to Mr. Al Capone.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My client is the city's police department. We're getting sued for alleged false raids. I want to firmly deny that the PD has conducted malicious raids on Mr. Timber's properties. I'm also confident enough in our innocence that I will tell this jury the opposite counsel does not have a single piece of evidence in their possession. I want you all to remember these 4 words. My client is innocent. We follow all protocols and before and after the raid. This property in question has been under Kali protection for a long time. During the raid, snipers fired at the police to stop the raid happening. It was clear they tried to do anything to stop the raid. In this case, Carter J. Carr, who is a known member of the Kali cartel, opened the hangar doors and then escaped, locking the PD inside. He had access to every locker and the door in the hangars. After he escaped, Carter J. Carr opened fire on the police, killing an officer.
Can you please
Since the property didn't contain anything illegal, we left most lockers untouched. The items that were lost were because of a government official with a battering ram that didn't bring any extra crates to store the illegal items in.
Can you stop,
And
please?
we aren't
Can you
at
stop
fault
it?
here, because nobody gave us the crates to store the illegal items in. The government official name was Wazy Kurban.
Alright. Was that everything you had to say, mister?
Yes.
What's that?
We would like to examine a witness who is Mr. Al Capone, who was there for the raid and may have seen what has been dropped or what has not been claimed.
Oh shit.
So you're calling your opponent a witness?
Yes. I would like to
If
call
your
him to the
opponent
stand.
agreed to be a witness, then absolutely.
Okay, Mr. Capone, did or did you not witness the raid on March 18th midday?
I witnessed it. I was the leader of the raid.
Who did you present the search warrant to?
I presented it to the Deputy Attorney General first. He approved the raid. Based on our intel, we presented the raid warrant to Carter J. Carr, who had access to the hangars because he was allegedly a co-owner, based on our intel.
You may think this, but does the deed, also known as a sign on the door, say any mention of Carter J. Carr? He simply may have had keys, but as per procedure, you would have to have contacted the sole owner, correct?
No, because Carter was the co-owner. He had access to it. He had keys to it.
Do you have
he had
any
keys
proof that
and
he's
he
the
used-
co-owner?
He opened doors for us.
Just to add you some information, I got to speak with the Deputy Attorney General and he gave me some top secret files that I shouldn't have, but since a case that involves it, I do. The file that contains a certain gang that is very dangerous, and the fact that Mr. Timberwolf there has key, and giving out the key to a member of that certain gang is affiliated with the gang, which makes it a legal way to have a search on his
Yana, may I speak?
Yes, please.
How would they know if I'm affiliated, and how would they know if I've got anything illegal in there? If they didn't have anyone like watching me or following me or anything.
The only information I got from the Deputy Attorney General was that it's a top secret. He cannot tell me much except that he has all the information that I needed. That was one of the information that I got, and that's one of the information that I'm allowed to use.
Okay, Mr. Capone, why did you feel it necessary to search the premises of my client?
It had blocked windows, and according to a police informant, there was weed and police equipment in the hangar, and we felt necessary to look in the hangar.
Upon the search of the property, did you find any such illegal items?
No, we didn't. But we didn't search all of the lockers. We only searched some of them.
Why did you search only a few and not all?
Because we didn't find anything, and there wasn't any indication that there was any weed or no, drugs or any PD equipment seen at the location. So we decided to leave the area while being
Mr.
shot
Al
at by snipers, Kali snipers.
Could I say something?
Were there or were there not signs on the lockers that represented what was in there, and were the things that were on the signs actually in the lockers?
One of the lockers was empty, but it said cash on it. That locker was empty. Otherwise, yes, there were. It was rightfully placed. The shotguns were in the shotgun locker, and the alcohol was in the alcohol locker.
I see. So, after searching these lockers, where did the contents of them go?
Contents dropped on the ground. The government official who was at the place, sent by the Deputy Attorney General, with a battering ram to break stuff and the doors. PD was locked inside, so somebody had to break the doors down. So he broke the locker.
Okay.
He broke the few lockers down, and he didn't give us any crates, which he should have given us, but he didn't.
So, to my understanding, it is PD's procedure and duty to pick up these items, correct? Is what you're attempting to say.
We are not allowed to pick them up. We are allowed to store them in the area of the property in crates, so the owner can later pick them up and put them in the locker bag.
Yes, and why didn't you? You may say
Because
that
I
you
said
didn't
it
have access
earlier,
to them, but
we didn't have the crates to put them in. The government official didn't give us the crates to put
Mr.
but
Al
the.
don't you
Capone,
believe
I have
that it
another
should
question.
be your? Shouldn't it believe that it should be your duty as a member of the police department to supply your own crates, or if not supplied, at least make an attempt to store the already dropped items instead of allowing my client to lose those items, losing him multiple thousands of dollars in revenue and multiple thousands of dollars in simple items.
Well, first of all, in that situation, we didn't have time to bring any crates because we were being shot at by snipers, and one officer was shot dead near the hangar by Carter J. Carr. So we were in a big shootout with the Kali cartel protecting a hangar, and we just didn't have time to go to the mall and buy some crates and come back. We didn't have the time. We were fighting for our lives there.
Okay, I see. Well, so did you simply forget to come back after this shootout, or did you simply forget?
No, the doors were closed by the government official, so the PD couldn't get out
And you
anymore. Or in.
So you're saying you made no attempt to secure my client's items?
We did, but we just didn't have the
There
resources.
was an attempt made?
Yes, of course. We tried to put them somewhere, but there wasn't any open crates in the hangar we can put them in. And the government official didn't give us any crates to put them in. So we just didn't have resources to put anything in. And the items despawned.
Take your mask off.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you are admitting that you lost the items due to negligence
Not
of
on
the
our
government
part.
official
Not on our
and
part.
or you.
Not on the PD part.
Okay, I read. No further questions, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would also like to examine the witness.
Go back,
Oh
Wesley.
god damn.
Yes, please.
So, Mr. Wasey, during your the raid, did you or did you not? Yes, you have testified that you did find a crate full of wall lockers, correct?
I did.
Were you able to notify the PD of the wall lockers, and did they visually confirm that they'd seen them?
Yes, they were the ones who told me to break them. Because the PD, they selected the lockers themselves and I just broke it for them.
Okay, I see. So,
They
the
just
PD
punched the locker and I
knew
broke
of the existence of the wall lockers, you broke them, and
it.
then
Yes,
they did nothing to pick up the items and simply continued on with their raid, correct?
correct.
So, again, they made no, even though they had access to storage items, regardless if it would be locked, since we could simply ask them to retrieve it after the raid, they still neglectfully left everything on the floor, correct? To despawn?
Correct.
Okay, no further questions, Your Honor.
You have some water or
Okay.
food?
Now can I
I'm
go?
dying.
Let's get it pretty clear and pretty simple. The arguments that stands here today was pretty decent at sides, but as me and the jury has decided, one side of course win this. A verdict of this. Well, the final decision goes absolutely me, because I have the higher utmost power. Mr. Bobbygat and Mr. Timberwolf, your claims that stuff has been banished and despawned,
Yep.
your claims are backed up, and I do respect that they are backed up. Mr. Al Capone, your claims are very well backed up, and all these things that you said, the jury has agreed, and all these things they said, the jury has agreed again. As I said, I'm the final verdict, and the verdict of this, and the final decision of this, and my final decision, Mr. Timberwolf, you will
You
not
should have gotten a
be
better lawyer.
getting. You will
Damn.
not be getting your 100k because this suing has been denied.
Let's go! That works out.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, thank you, jury.
GG.
We're thankful for the result.